before we talk about Battle Box Forever.
This is so exciting because these cards are. Let's see. Did any saw playing standard?
None of us overlapped, at least.
I'm just trying to see if anybody saw playing standard.
A few of them.
This one.
Yeah. Like,
this
card saw standard play. You know, this one saw standard play.
Okay, there's some.
This one. Anyway.
Not many.
Let's start.
A lot of these. Number 10. My number 10 is Alicia, who smiles at death.
She's smiling.
My favorite transgender magic card.
It's mine too. The same favorite transgender magic card.
It's like there's only one.
Fix it. All right.
You don't have to.
What? Just do a quick, what do you like about it?
What I like about it, I love that it's a quick. On turn 3, you play this card. It has first strike at the 3/2. Most things don't block it from that point. And when you attack, you can activate it to return any 2 less power.
Power 2 or less.
2 or less for 2
Proactive,
mana.
Its value.
And it's so aggressive. I love this card in Battle Box. It just does so much. There's so many enter the battlefield effects too that have 2 power. Yeah, they're so strong. Is it Chronarch?
It is.
How strong is it Chronarch with that card?
It's
turn as a Chronarch, get my dead drop back.
Whoa. Savage.
How do I lose?
All right, my number 10 is the Swiss Army knife with fused cards. It's far and away the best fused card, except for wear and tear. Yeah. This isn't Legacy or Modern.
He literally has to say besides wear and tear, because when we talked about it yesterday, he made that joke and I'm like, but it's not.
Oh wait, it's not.
Wear and tear is just better.
But anyway, not in this format. There are so many situations where they have you have an indestructible guy, or you have this big fatty. It's okay, bounce your token, and then sack your fatty or whatever. It's just what a brute.
Faded Retribution is in
instant
here.
Speed too.
So Faded Retribution or Faded Retribution back your
value creature, and it just has indestructible.
Yeah, this huge indestructible creature. I'll bounce your other guy. You sack your indestructible guy.
Yeah, there's just so much value. All right,
love that card.
Number 9.
Is there a spinning number 9?
No.
Oh,
just bland me doing it. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is War Leader's Helix. This card did say playing standard when it was in standard.
It was in the burn deck. Yeah, I think it was in Jeskai Control or something like that.
Yes, a couple copies, I believe. It's 4 mana, deal for 2, a red and a white. Deal 4 damage to target creature or player. You gain 4 life. It's a very fixed lightning helix.
Yes. You can tell how the difference. It's twice as much mana for only 1 more damage.
Yes, this card is so good.
But it's just
so cool.
It just puts you ahead and it kills their thing. It puts you ahead in life.
If you just cast it, it's an 8-point life swing.
Right, you can just burn them.
That's
frisky.
That's just simple.
Right.
That's an 8-point life swing at that point.
Yeah. My number 9 is kind of janky. It's like an EDH kind of thing. Dual Caster Mage. It's a 2/2 for 1 red. When it enters the battlefield, you copy it as their sorcery spell. You can copy their thing. You can copy your thing.
What set is this from?
It is from a commander set.
Originally.
I want to say.
It's also in...
It's in Eternal Masters, too. Right? Eternal Masters?
Is it?
Pretty sure.
It's either Eternal Masters or
Take the Crown. Maybe it's in both. It was reprinted a few times. But anyway, it's just slightly cooler than Twin Cast. You get to have a blocker.
It's much cooler than Twin Cast.
And you get to... If there's a Delve spell or something you're casting, you just get so much value.
Much more versatile.
Yeah, because you can always flash it in and trade or whatever if you don't have anything. Or win counter wars. It's just versatile. That's what you need in this format. So let's move to number 8.
That was a really boring number 8.
Sorry, I don't pay the guy to do anything. He does it for free.
We're going to have to hype it up.
It's really up to him.
My number 8 is Goblin Dank Dwellers.
Yes, he said Dank Dwellers. I'm glad. What does Goblin Dank Dwellers do?
Goblin Dank Dwellers is a 4/4 for 5, 3 and 2 red for a 4. I already said it was a 4/4.
4/4 for 5 or a 4/4 for 5?
It's a 4/4 for 5. When it enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant or sorcery from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Exile it.
If it's mana cost 3 or less.
Mana cost 3 or less, yes.
Right, so it just Snapcaster Mages something and you get a big, fat, hard-to-block body.
Oh, it has Menace, too. So
yes.
Even if you want to block it with, one creature, you can't jump it. You got to double block this thing.
You got to double block it, and then you're open to so much. Then there's a whole other rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah.
Like if they have a combat trick or whatever.
Yeah, double blocking is always... Menace is such a hard thing to deal with because of combat tricks.
Yep.
It's I'll double block.
What are your favorite spells to flashback?
With that?
Yeah.
I can't even think of the good ones.
Esper Charm. Abzan Charm is good.
Esper Charm is insane because you can go discard 2, discard 2.
Oh, that's so savage. It's end of turn 4, and then on turn 5 again. The game is pretty much over.
Yeah, any removal spell.
Soon to be, we've just put...
Anguish to Making.
What spell did we just put in? Fiery Justice?
Oh my... Fiery Justice.
That's going to be insane with Dank Dwellers.
That card might be too good. We're not sure yet.
We're hesitant.
We're hesitant. Yeah,
If we have a
it's
top
like,
10 hesitant list, that's the only one on the list because we didn't think about it. But it's on there.
Well, I mean, we don't really think about cards when we throw them in.
Right, you can always take them out if they're too good.
Exactly. If it, like we tried Aurelia, was too good.
Oh, Aurelia? No. Achroma?
Chroma
We tried Morphachroma. That was a mistake. Ugh.
ended up being too good, which
Yeah.
is fine. Trying things that are fun is fine.
It's fun. It's fine.
What's your number 8?
My number 8's Nyx Weaver because there's a lot of graveyard synergies because it's our favorite cards, and I'm like a graveyard guy.
Beezy really likes 1 mana.
Yes, and
Green-black.
green-black uncommons from sets that are cool. It's a 2/3, and then if you upkeep, you mill 2, and you pay 3, 1 black, green, exile it, get any card back. Just Eternal Witness after you just hold up the mana, and it's like you can either cast a spell, or you can Nyx Weaver back something after you block.
That's a fine card.
It's so cool. The art is great. That's like the best part. It's a spider.
I don't even understand
It looks
Constellation.
like it has like...
Constellation's so weird.
It's weird, but, you know, it gave us Nyx Weaver, so who can complain?
No, the reason we got Nyx Weaver is because Magic wanted to follow up on their promise of,
Feature site?
of enchantment creatures. Yes.
It was cool. I liked it.
The-
Let us know if you liked it.
Enchantment creatures are just fine.
You don't have to say to that. Number 7.
My number 7 is Brutal Expulsion. Here's a card that you probably
Don't.
you have no.
We gotta
unless you played Oath of the Gatewatch Unlimited or Limited.
Unless you opened one Battle for Zendikar booster pack, you don't know what this card does.
Is it
I feel
better?
like it was the rare in every single time. You're just
It
like,
was a rare?
All right,
This card's a
Expedition.
rare?
Yeah, it's a rare. Oh my god, how do you play limited with this card? Uncommon. What does it do?
It's a 4 mana, 2, a blue and a red, devoid.
Instant.
Choose one or both. You can bounce a spell or creature,
Mm-hmm.
or you can deal 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker.
And then if it dies, you exile it.
You exile it, yes.
You just leave it open, and it's kind of like, it's actually really similar to Far and Away, where you just get these situations where you just bounce their 7-drop as they cast it, and then you just randomly kill their flyer.
And you burn their, like, 2, yeah.
Yeah,
their
they're
2/2.
3/1 flyer or their 2/2 dummy on the ground.
Ugh, it's so gross.
It definitely earns its brutal title.
It's if you're ahead in tempo, this carriage will keep you so far ahead.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm ahead, I'll play my, like, I have like 4 creatures on board, I'll play a 3 mana creature, and I have 4 mana open still, bounce, kill your guy, alright, you're dead on the
Destroy
back
target
end.
player. I'll target you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is a card that is both proactive and proactive again. You can cast
It is
it.
not proactive.
It's something to do, and then it gives you fuel for later. It's start to finish.
These bodies
It's
do nothing.
2 and a white for 2 1/1s with vigilance, instant, and then it goes to the graveyard, and then you can cast finish, which is just bone splinters for 2 and a black, destroy a creature, sack a creature, and it just does so much. You just play end of turn. You always have something to do, like I'll hold up a spell or this, and you just always cast this when they do nothing, and you just get in there with those 1/1s. It feels so good. It just poke them, and they have vigilance, and everything's great about this card.
That card is.
I love this card.
I'm not a huge fan of that
It's
card.
great. It's a good thing you don't have it on your list. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't share any cards on our list.
That was intentional.
It was intentional. No, it wasn't.
It was.
Number 6.
It was intentional. We had the cards in physical piles, meaning we couldn't overlap cards.
I already said number 6. You have to do number 6. I can't.
My number 6 is
Can't go back.
Hypnotic Siren. This card is
Old mind control.
we took out all our mind control effects except this one because it's so cool.
Yeah, mind control we thought it ended up being too good.
Mind control, we had
It was
Soul's
just like a-
Ransom. They were too good.
Soul's Ransom was too good.
I mean, Hypnotic Siren, at least it is a 7. It is, well, it actually is 1 for a 1/1 flyer.
Right. Terrible card. Why would
Terrible
anyone
card.
play it?
But it has Bestow for
5 blue.
5 blue, yes. So it's a 7 mana mind control. You can
Right, and then the
you
creature
can-
gets +1/+1
You
flying.
control enchanted creature.
And it gets flying, too.
Yes.
Like, that's just worth 7 mana. You just steal their thing.
Yeah, it's super good.
Ooh. Combos with stuff like finish in your graveyard. You just steal their best thing and you sack it.
That's what like Turn Against is for.
Ooh, Turn Against is good too, but it's not on this list.
It's not.
Don't get any
Turn
ideas.
Against is super fun.
All right, my number 6 is, according to Channel Fireball, apparently the best removal spell ever printed or something. I don't know what they said, but it was wrong.
It was one of the dumbest things they
It's like one of
ever
their top
said.
8s.
It was one of their top 8s, and they said like,
It might have been.
I wish
it would have been best 1 mana removal spells.
yeah, or something like that. But either way, they said Dead Drop is number 1. It's like, how is that even?
Yeah, Dead Drop is mine. It's my number 6 because it's not one of the best removal spells. It's 9 and a black for a spell with Delve, and your target opponent sacrifices 2 creatures. So it can be 1 mana, but when it's 1 mana, oh my god, it feels
if
so
that drop
good.
actually cost 1,
It'd be banned everywhere.
1 black, it would
That's
not be
stupid.
in Modern.
No. That card's too good for Modern. There's just 1 black, target player sacrifices 2 creatures.
Could you imagine?
No. I can't imagine. I'm not creative. Anyway, the real card, the games go late. You have cards like Nyx Weaver. There's cards like, like Sidisi. It just mills you incidentally. And then eventually, not right away because, aggro is dumb. You just kick them sack 2 creatures. It's just efficient. And you can play like 3 spells in a turn. And they have a hard time coming back from it.
It is. I love this card. I
love this card too.
Ugh.
Number 5.
Our only board wipe on the list here.
But there are several in the battle box.
There is. We have a bunch of board wipes
As
in
we've
the battle
said.
box. We mentioned them. But my favorite, Blasphemous Act. Now, see, I just love this card from Standard.
It's very similar to Dead Drop.
I had a deck back in
You may remember it. Innistrad.
Innistrad. No, my deck was not good. My deck was much worse.
Well, it was Innistrad when Innistrad was in Standard. Innistrad Ravnica, right?
Yeah, because you need Reckoner too.
Mm-hmm.
So I played the Stuffy Doll.
Oh, yeah.
And-
You didn't play the Aristocrats deck that was actually amazing. You
No.
played the Stuffy Doll deck with
I played
Blasphemous Act.
Stuffy Doll and
Boris Reckoner.
Boris Reckoner
and
with Blasphemous Act.
What does Blasphemous Act even do?
Blasphemous Act is 9 mana, 9 and 1 red.
Mm-hmm.
Deal 13 damage to each creature.
Well, that sounds terrible.
But
Card's unplayable.
for each creature on the battlefield, it costs 1 less.
Right, so it's basically like a 3 mana or like less destroy
It
all
can just
creatures.
be a 1 mana board wipe. Or,
Boris Reckoner is in the battle box, so that we have gotten to just 13 someone.
yes, that does happen.
That feels pretty good.
But sometimes you can't even cast it because your opponent has a Boris Reckoner out. And you don't want to take 13 to the face.
My number 5 really fits into you can do whatever you want in battle box. Number 5 is My First Tome, and it's probably a card you either don't know or you don't remember. It's 3 for an artifact.
Because it's not. Let's be clear.
It's from an unsaid.
It's an
Unhinged / unglued card.
It's unglued.
It's unglued.
I think it's the egg. Yeah.
You think it's the egg. It's the egg set. It's 3 for an artifact. 1 tap. Reveal a card from your... Sorry, not reveal. You say the flavor text of a card in your hand, and if they don't guess it, you get to draw a card.
If you don't guess it, you have to reveal it.
Right, you don't guess it, they reveal it, and then you draw a card. So it's 1 mana. Unless they know the flavor text, you just get a card. It might be too good, but once you start knowing the cards, like we kind of know the flavor text, you can't get as much value, so it's just like it's a fun minigame.
You know what the flavor text of My First Tome is?
What is it?
The name of this card is My First Tome.
They don't. It's a terrible combo with itself. You can't have multiples. It's a good thing we don't have multiples.
I love that. The flavor of this text of this card is My First Tome. My number 4 is Vile Smasher the Fierce. This card is too good. You might want to keep it on your battle box.
You're going for a lower
because it has to be killed. It is
have to kill or you lose.
It is a must kill every single time.
But we like it so much. It's so fun. What is it?
I love the card. It is a 3 mana 2/3, 1 a red and a black
foil.
The first spell you cast each turn deals Vile Smasher deals damage equal to its converter mana cost.
So if you play it on turn 10, which is a very common turn to play things, and you just leave up a delve spell, like a brutal expulsion, they have
far and away.
Yeah, far and away.
5.
They're just taking a chunk of damage, and if they can't answer it or you can protect it, they just end up taking like 13 off of it and they lose.
That card is.
It's so good. You have to kill it. But the removal, we have like powerful uncommons to like mid to good rares, and the removal is just insane. We put like Mortify, Maelstrom Pulse, Abrupt Decay, Warleader's Helix. We're gonna put Bolt in there probably. Smother, like just efficient removal, so that we can play these ridiculous threats like Vile Smasher.
Just die.
Speaking of ridiculous threats, my number 4 is Wretched Griff. It's so satisfying to cast Wretched Griff, and commonly you don't even merge it. Sometimes you just play it as a 7 mana 3/4. When you cast it, draw a card, and as a merge for 5 and a blue. It's just so fun to emerge something and play like a 2 mana 3/4.
Take control of your opponent's thing.
I love Elvish Visionary, and this is like the big fat flying version.
It's a really bad Elvish Visionary.
Combos with Hypnotic Siren, I guess.
It does combo with Hypnotic Siren, kind of.
Right, and in this episode, they probably thought, when they saw the episode number 4, they probably thought that we weren't talking about wrestling. But what's your number 3?
Oh, yes. It's the name of the card is actually Brian Stardom, But we have a great nickname for it that is amazing.
That 3 of you will understand. 1, 2, and John Jones by default.
I don't even know if he knows who. Does he know?
Doesn't matter.
It's Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman in the flesh.
We literally yell Braun every single time.
Maybe that's why everybody crowds over their games like, what the
every time we play this
on?
card. Brighton Stout Arm is a 4 mana, 2, a white, and a red for a 4/4 lifelink.
Yep.
A red tap, sacrifice a creature, deal damage equal to that creature's power to target player.
Or creature. You just fling something.
No, it doesn't have creatures.
Does it not?
No.
It just flings at players?
Yes, because we went over this because
because we would have.
that card would be too good.
Yeah, it would be too good. It's already pretty insane. It's just a sack outlet where if they try to kill your guy that's not Brian Stoutarm, it's just going to get flung at them and you're going to gain
Braun
everything.
Strowman?
I mean Braun Strowman is what I actually meant. Number 3 for me, I liked a lot of... I played some Dragons of Tarkir, but it was fun to play those 6-mana dragons, and we didn't really have a place for any of them, but Swift Warkite is a badass card. It's so cool.
That didn't fit any of the Dragon deck because there was...
It didn't fit. It was sweet. It went right in the dash deck, dude. Anyway, it's 4 red-black for a 4/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, you can put a creature from either your graveyard or your hand with mana cost 3 or less just right into play, and then it has haste, and then at the end step you bounce it. So if you get like a Reflector Mage or, God forbid, a Flicker Wisp or something like that, you get to bring it back at the end of the battlefield ability, and then it goes back to your hand, and the next turn you can play it again.
Flicker Wisp, you can literally infinite combo Flicker Wisp.
It doesn't infinite combo, but it's pretty insane. You get back Flicker Wisp, flicker the dragon goes back, end step, comes back, Flicker Wisp comes back to your hand, and then you can either put Flicker Wisp back on the dragon, and then their next turn it'll happen, or you can just...
Yeah, you can keep doing that.
Right, you can just keep doing it, I guess. That doesn't really accomplish much. But it just gets value.
It is an infinite combo.
It's mad value, yo.
It's not infinite, technically.
Do you want to do the little cough number thing? We're almost to the end.
Number 2.
That's pretty good. All right, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Willbender. Now, here's a card you definitely don't remember because it's... I mean, you might.
You may have fallen in love with it.
There's a lot of people who...
Like we did.
This card's so... What set is this from? Oh, good God.
Mm-hmm.
Willbender? Willbender's older than that.
It's like... Whatever the...
It's when they had original morphs.
Yeah, original morphs. It's an oldie, but a goodie.
Why
is it a goodie?
Oh, it is time shifted.
It's time shifted.
It's a 3 mana.
Nope.
Well, it's a 2 mana 1/2 that does nothing.
Right.
So if you cast it as a 1,
you're an idiot. If you cast it as a 2 mana 1/2,
but it has morph, and morphs you play face down for 3. Flip it up for 1 and a blue. Change the target of an instant sorcery
or ability.
A spell or ability.
Right. The best part is you don't change it to Willbender, you change it. So if they go Doomblade your thing, you're like, no, actually you're going to Doomblade your own thing.
It's so good.
And we have a lot of morphs in there. We have the cycle, the Den Protector cycle, and then we probably have additional like 7.
Yep.
So there's just like the morphs you never know. So you kind of always have to assume it's either Willbender or like Den Protector, and you're just like,
it's always Den Protector.
Oh God! And it just creates this like mini game, like with My First Home. You just back and forth kind of thing. Oh, number 2, it's another one of those uncommons that costs 1 green and a black.
Beezy's honorable mention, Dread Mangler.
My honorable mention is also a 1 green and a black uncommon. That card's great too. But we're not talking about it. We're talking about Catacomb Sifter or Catacomb Sister, if you talk like me. It's 1 black, green.
Oh, so you have
2/3
Sifter.
2/3 devoid. I don't actually have a Sifter or a Sister. So
you have a
talk about my
Sifter.
goddamn card.
Do you guys remember when Darth Vader says that?
They don't. They don't even know what fucking Hypnotic Siren does. They're too young for Darth Vader.
It's too young for Hypnotic Siren. It's a card that came out like 4 years ago.
Exactly. They're like 3 years old.
Oh,
probably. I don't know. I don't know our audience.
This is our first Magic video. I don't even know what our audience for our Magic videos is.
We'll find out. But anyway, 2/3 for 3. Devoid. Enters the battlefield, you get a 1/1. And then whenever other creature dies, you scry 1. This card reminds me so much of my favorite 4/5 for 4, Reaper of the Wilds, where it just gets you scry value, and it's above the curve, because you get like a 3/4 for 3, basically, instead of a 4/5 for 4.
Yeah, you know why Reaper of the Wilds saw no play?
Siege
You
Rhino.
know what came out in the next set? What if you just put a white on it?
And then it's lightning helix.
And it lightning helix your opponent. Oh, that'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
And it had trample.
Reaper of the Wilds kind of got overshadowed by every other 4 drop.
Yeah.
Sadly. But this is its time to shine in the form of Catacomb Sifter, which is probably also better than Reaper of the Wilds.
You
It
could put Reaper of the Wilds in the battle box.
might be too good. Against Hexproof. You can give it Hexproof.
I think it's fine.
Oh.
We have hexproof.
All right, so
features.
my number 2 is Catacomb Sifter / Reaper of the Wilds. Anyway, it just provides 2 bodies. You jump with the Scion. It can ramp you to 5, can ramp you to 11, whatever you want to do. And it's just this cute little guy. He's got like 75 elbows, and I love him. I love him.
Does he have 75 elbows?
He's got at least 3. I don't know.
That's
Or maybe he has like 75 arms, but only 2 elbows.
That's 4.
Shit.
Should really learn how to work your finger. Number 1. You want to do it again?
No. It's too late.
Number 1. My favorite card in the whole battle box. Stolen Goods. Fucking love this
Speaking of
card.
minigames,
This card is amazing.
it does nothing. It by itself, it does nothing.
It does nothing. You
need an opponent.
Yes, you need an opponent. You reveal the top card of your opponent's library until you hit a non-land, which is
immediately you will hit one.
So
with
it's the
battle
top
box.
card, and you can cast it without paying its mana cost.
Right, 3 and a blue sorcery.
The card's just—it's not that good.
It's so silly.
It's so fun. You literally just cast the top card of your opponent's library.
Yep, it's just like it might be.
It's fun.
Turn 4, you get a 7-drop, or it might be turn 4, you get Blossoming Defense.
It might be turn 4, you get a Doom Blade, and your opponent only has a black creature.
Right, and you have to blow, or you have to either blow up your own thing or don't cast it. So it just creates the most. It's just like better lucky than good, basically.
It's so fun.
It's fun.
It's the best card you can hit with it, like on turn 4. So you cast it on turn 4.
I think the best card you can hit with it is probably my number 1.
that drop's pretty good.
The drop is insane.
To hit with
That
it.
drop, the 13/13 with Morph.
Yep, just get 13/13.
You know, any of the 5/5 with Haste and Vigilance, Bull Ceradon, you can hit that. Just like something that just beats them up, you know. My number 1, which you can also hit off Stolen Goods because it's a spell. Soul Tithe Sue's there. Nothing feels better than playing a 2/5 for 2 black, blue, green. And it Forbidden Alchemies when it enters. You look at the top 4 and you put one in your hand and the rest in the grave. It's just like Nyx Weaver. It gets you the best tower to the top 4. It's a perfect selection. It blocks like everything. You can flicker it for nonsensical value. And it feels great. It feels good to
It
Forbidden
also
Alchemy.
combos with my number 10, Alicia. Alicia can bring back this card.
Oh, that's
'Cause
dirty.
It's a 2/5.
That's one of the best things to bring back. Ugh.
It's
Oh my
pretty
god. That's so good.
You can make Dual Caster Mage too.
Oh,
So you
man.
could like cast a spell in your combat.
It looks pretty sweet foil too. We're trying to foil out our battle box.
Oh, you couldn't even do Dual Caster Mage. There'd be no way to work the stack correctly.
Alright, well Joe's trying to figure out how stacks work. I'm talking about Sultai Suits there and how much I love it.
That card's boring.
It's boring, but I'm boring. I like boring cards.
Soothsay is fine. I like it. Its body is.
It feels good. You feel
Try to
safe.
block with it.
You feel nice and cozy. But
Yeah.
that concludes our top 10.
That
You have any other
concludes it.
closing notes
Um,
about Battlebox in general?
it's fun.
I think we pretty much covered it.
It fucking rocks.
It fucking rocks. It's great.
It is. I love Battlebox.
Try it if it's the cheapest format because you don't need to buy any money, spend any
Yeah.
bought money cards. You don't need to do any of that. You just get the cards you like that you have, and you.
What's English? You don't have to speak English when you play it.
You
You
don't
can
have to
just
speak English.
you can just
It's
say-
the only Magic format you don't have to speak English to play it.
That's just not.
That's a fact,
That's,
and that's how we're gonna end this video
with
with facts.
John Jones. Throw it to the end card.